Scorpio-Sagittarius, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your patience. Yeah, I, as you can tell, maybe by the line in my hand, I took a moment to kind of rest and recharge for this reading and completely overslept. So, my sincerest apologies, y'all. Um, but maybe that was intended, right? All in divine timing. Maybe this was just the best time to kind of start the energies for this reading, okay? But welcome to your timeless love message. If you're new here, my name is Gabrielle, and this is Cusp of Roses that you're tuned into. This particular series is the love messages, where we are going to look into the romantic and love frequency and energies that are surrounding you, connected to you, within you. Whatever is most important for you to be aware of is what will come forward in this reading. For those of you that have been hanging out with me, tuning in for a while, welcome back, y'all. All right, I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible. And I thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to get into the pre-channel energies. Again, for my new people, I'm just going to take a quick moment to see what I can sense and what I can feel in the vibration for Scorpio Sagittarius. And then I will sound my singing bowl one time. Once the sound travels and dissipates, I'll do a silent prayer. Please feel free to pray along with me. Do whatever gratitude or grounding practice feels right and best for you in this moment, just so that you're grounded and open to the messages that will come forward here. And then we'll get started. I start off with an oracle. We're going to pull a few oracle cards. I will clarify those oracle cards and then find some additional oracle messages and the extended reading for members only. If you'd like to be a member to have access to the extended readings, you can join my channel by either hitting the join button next to subscribe if you see it under the video, or you can go into the description box and click the link next to join my channel or the channel membership for exclusive reading and perks. That'll take you to the YouTube sign up page. Please feel free to join where you feel comfortable first and foremost. But if you'd like to have access to the extended love readings, you will either want to be a bloom or a bouquet, excuse me, all right? That'll give you access to all of the extended readings that I've done thus far since starting that portion of the Love Message series, and all the ones that I will do moving forward, all right? We're headed into February, y'all. I believe I only have a few more of these love messages to do before I take a quick break and we start doing our cosmic check-in readings, all right? For Scorpio Sagittarius Divine, what do I need to be aware of? Hi, Aurora. If you are tuned back in, thank you so much, love. Happy to have you here as a moderator. And I appreciate your patience as well in sending the good vibes and reminders in the chat. All right. Okay, what do I need to know here before Scorpio Sagittarius's love message? Okay, I just heard the word green. Maybe green is your favorite color here. Maybe you've been seeing a lot of green, wearing a lot of green. Green is the color of the heart chakra. Maybe that's an important chakra for you to work on here, Scorpio Sag. Green. Some of you maybe are trying to open your heart towards something or someone. Maybe you feel a little green, a little excited, a little eager to do something, to see someone or connect with something or someone. Tell me more. What else do I need to know prior to the messages in the cards, Divine? Hearing. Okay. Green and hearing. you're either looking to hear from someone, hear back from something or someone, or you're gonna get a message like audibly. Again, someone's either gonna say something to you, you might hear something somewhere that is connected to the energy that will come forward. What else? What else do I need to know prior to Scorpio-Sagittarius's love messages? And hope. Okay. Hope. So yeah, I really do feel like there is this open heart, open to listening, opening, hoping for something, someone. Okay, hoping to hear back from something or someone, or hear something specifically that's going to give you the green light. Maybe it's like a green light go type of thing. Maybe there's a lot of anticipation with something here, Scorp Sag. Now, mind you, this is a general tarot and oracle reading. Only take what resonates with you. If it doesn't connect with you in this moment, that's okay. It might connect with you a little bit later down the line. It's kind of how my readings sometimes are set up, okay? So if this reading comes back up for you or pops up randomly again, even after you've already watched it all the way through, there could be new ways for your mind or for your spirit and for your energy to connect with the messages that did come through this reading. So again, doesn't connect now, that's okay. Feel free to rewatch it or let this video find you when it's time. Hope. Yeah, so that would be like star card energy. I almost get kind of Queen of Swords with the hearing. It's kind of like maybe you're opening back up to someone, or kind of opening the door for somebody that you used to be open to. And it's kind of like, I'm willing to hear this person out, but maybe as soon as they say something I don't like, I might cut that off. Or you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm willing to hear you come forward, but like tread lightly also. You know what I mean? Like, let's not, I don't really think you're in a jokey kind of lighthearted energy. It almost feels like this might be the second or the last chance for something or someone in your love energy. You know what? Let me go ahead. I was wondering, I was like, something feels a little different. I gotta get your incense lit here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Thank you again for your patience, y'all. I know this was a little later than scheduled on a Saturday. But again, I hope your weekend's going well this far. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, or taking care of yourselves at least. Okay. Let me see. I don't have my scissors, do I? No. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's just get into this. I'm going to sound my singing bowl. Like I said, please feel free to pray along with me silently if you'd like to, or out loud. You guys can do it out loud if you need. Or do whatever grounding or gratitude practice feels right and best for you, all right? Here we go. All right. Love energy here for Scorpio-Sagittarius in my soul tribe. Reciprocity. This beautiful song and dance between two souls show a harmonious balance of giving and receiving. The pursuit. To pursue To pursue love means to act with intention and purpose. Appreciate the generous acts of those that we desire and that desire us. Reciprocity and the pursuit. And I did say love. So you might have more than one person here, Scorp Sag, that might be interested in giving. Whoa. You have divine flame, ego versus self, and fate. That all fell out at the same time. I'm going to read them and I'm going to put them back. If it's meant here for these cards to come back out, they will. If not, this might just be an important thing to note prior to the next oracle. Divine flame, this person may be a twin flame or someone you have an intense soul connection with currently. The flames within your soul allow you both to explore this connection. Ego versus self. Don't fall for the trap of always listening to your ego. There's that hearing thing, right? Listening. Trust the guidance of your true self because our egos can easily influence our thinking with fear. Fate. In life and love, things may not always be clear, make sense, or seem to be going our way. What is meant to be will be. Choose peace as you navigate life. Yeah. So this would definitely be a situation here, Scorp Sag, where you definitely want to be careful that your ego is not getting in the way of love, right? That you're not allowing doubts and fears to kind of rule your decision making. That you're listening to your highest self. You're listening to source within you, not necessarily your lower nature or the egoic mind in this particular situation, because it does feel like you're dealing with clearly an intense soul connection. And I get that maybe that intensity kind of has you a little extra cautious, a little extra careful. But with the fate card, it's kind of like, again, how you choose to go about this, how you choose to react, how you choose to respond, how you choose to listen, how you choose to move forward, and how this person chooses to do those things as well is what will define this connection or the lack of it, right? Which ego versus self and fate would be a surrender to, look, it's going to be what it's going to be. It'll be like, it really is. It's going to be what it is going to be. So long as you're allowing yourself to be open to that outcome. I think it's the openness that you might be struggling with a little bit. Especially with reciprocity and the pursuit here. It's kind of like there could have been maybe part of you, or maybe your ego feels as if the person that you're in this divine flame connection with does not either doesn't have the capacity to reciprocate, right? Like almost kind of like the ego would be like, you'd be a fool to believe that this person actually can reciprocate, or you know what I mean, is like actually interested in that, and or I don't know why that's the case. Something maybe has happened between you and this person where that's where your mind goes, or again, that's something you believe to be true. It might not be, but with the pursuit, it's almost like Scorp said, you might be like, look, I'm going to be interested in those that are interested in me. It's like, I don't think you want to chase anybody. Maybe you did chase this person at one point, again, regardless of gender. And I feel like that felt very uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, you know what? Am I chasing this person out of ego, or is this really what I should be doing? And I think maybe Scorp Sag, you kind of took a step back and was like, all right, hold on one second. You know what I mean? Like, let me check in with myself to really make sure that, again, yeah, my ego isn't influencing what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, what I'm saying, how I'm acting or behaving, and that I'm really seeing the situation for what it truly is or what it has grown to be. Do you know what I mean? It feels like, again, somebody surrendered to fate. If it's meant to be, it'll be. I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to force it. You know what I mean? Maybe the ego would want to force it because it's like, well, that's my divine flame, or, you know, blah, 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 or you feel that energy. I think here, Scorp Sag, you took a step back. and was like, look, if they aren't in the position to reciprocate, if they're not interested in doing that, whatever the case may be, fine. You know what I mean? I'll let that be the fate of the situation. There's something like that. It's something about you guys only being open to those who have who either match your energy and or who like are really pursuing you with intention and purpose. Because I almost kind of feel like Scorp Sag, there might have, like, because I said loves, right? I slipped up and said loves when the word really was just love, like a singular person. And there were multiple people. I almost feel like you maybe had multiple options here, Scorp Sag, right? Or different people that were interested or that were pursuing you. But with this divine flame, I think you maybe, because it wasn't this person, you were just kind of like, eh. You know what I mean? Like, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Kind of push these people aside. But these might have been people who were in the position to give you what you deserve and or match your energy in a way that I feel like this divine flame maybe wasn't available to you like that. That's for some of y'all. Doesn't have to be all of y'all. Yeah, you know what? I think we're just gonna do this as one kind of giant oracle here. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do that. Let me see, what do I have space to do? Okay. Oh wait. Drama. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Dang it. Some of y'all, not all of y'all. This is another timeline that some of you guys are on. I kind of feel like, again, there is this energy of surrendering to fate. Like, what will be, will be. I'm going to choose peace. I'm not going to sit here and fret and worry about somebody or something that isn't stressed and fretting and worried about me. All right, that's that ego versus self. Let me pull back. Because maybe, you know, I'm being fueled by the wrong side of myself. And I think in that surrender to fate, you might have attracted some people who are willing to give you what you give, right? Or match your energy. Again, there's this the phrase of matching energy. The pursuit, like, okay. And it kind of feels like because some of y'all stepped back, now this divine flame is in pursuit. It's like, well, where's Scorpio-Sagittarius? Why are they not chasing after me anymore? You know what I mean? Or why are they not paying attention? Or what's this a drawback? Or what's this void? Why don't I feel them as strongly anymore? It's like, where did they go? Now there's somebody here on the pursuit. But I kind of feel like reciprocity is hinting that some of y'all have maybe found somebody else outside of this divine flame. Somebody definitely was battling their ego, whether it was you, Scorp Sag, or this divine flame. And I feel like regardless of who was battling the ego, you decided to surrender to the fate. Meaning, again, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Period. I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna stress about it. If it's meant to be, it'll come together. If it's not, then it won't. I'm good either way. It's like somebody, I feel like some of y'all just was like, I'm good either way. And being in that space of surrender, space of acceptance, again, not forcing anything, not trying, not going out of your way, not being in the pursuit, you've now allowed energy to pursue you. And I feel like you might have a couple of different options here for some of y'all. So the reciprocity piece is key. Is this somebody who actually can do that song and dance and offer me a harmonious balance of giving and receiving? Or is this somebody where I'm going to be doing all the giving and this person's going to be doing all the receiving? Because I feel like that version of self from Scorp Sag that would have been okay with that. That wouldn't have even noticed that that was going on just because of what they felt for somebody. That version of Scorp Sag is gone. Ego birth self, ego transformation. That gives death card energy. That's your Scorpio vibe. Some of you guys have transcended that part of your ego. Okay? That was either influencing you from a space of fear, more than likely, but fear can be different things. Fear of losing this person, fear of not having someone, fear of, well, what if I don't try and it doesn't happen? You know what I mean? It's just like this space where you really don't feel connected to the energy of abundance. You're connected to the energy of lacking something. So maybe it took this situation with this divine flame to realize, like, oh, wait, hold on. Moving in my ego, let me step back into my higher self and really check the situation out. And yeah, honestly, I just feel like somebody surrendered to fate here. Oh. Scorp Sag, friends with benefits at the bottom of the deck. Someone may be interested in an intimate connection with no strings attached. Be prepared for all that may be in store. Why do I kind of feel like this could be that divine flame? Maybe in the moment where the opportunity was ripe for you and this person to be together, they really were just wanting the intimate connection, not necessarily the relationship. And it was kind of like, I mean, okay, but also maybe not. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's where the ego versus self. The ego was like, well, oh, Scorp Sag, I just heard something's better than nothing. Yeah, no, that's where I feel like the fate falls in here. Somebody either caught themselves settling for less than what they truly deserve because of how intense the soul connection was. It was like, I don't want to be without this person, so I'm just going to go with the flow because that's that fear. I don't want to be without this person, or I don't want to miss out on the chance, or I don't, yeah, no. That's where fate, again, in life and in love, things may not always be clear, make sense, or seem to be going our way. What's meant to be will be. Choose peace as you navigate life. I think if Scorp Sag, you were to fully move with your ego, it wouldn't have been peaceful. So that's where I feel like the higher self kind of stepped in here and was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Is being in this friends with benefits energy with this person, does that actually give you peace, or does it make it more chaotic? You know what I mean? It's like, again, I think because the heart was very open to this divine flame, it was just kind of like, however we make this happen, we make this happen. But I feel like you guys caught yourself. So kudos to y'all for those of you that did kind of catch yourself and let your higher self step in front of your ego and decide to leave this situation to fate. Because again, friends with benefits and reciprocity give two different things, personally for me. To pursue love means to act with intention and purpose. Appreciate the generous acts of those that we desire and that desire us. Meaning, again, there has to be an equal energy of desire. And not that this desire wasn't equal. I just think you maybe desired this person in a different way than they desired you initially. And that's okay. It sucks, but I do feel like that's kind of the general energy here. Because I think it's the no strings attached part that checked Scorp Sag back into reality. Like, okay, hold on. You know what I mean? I feel like it's almost like the Fool energy. You might have been super close here, Scorp Sag, to falling off that cliff. And was just like, wait a minute. Let's just take a step back. Is that actually going to be a peaceful situation for me to be a part of? Which I think shows a lot of maturity here, Scorp Sag. Even with the intensity of the divine flame, it's kind of like you were really able to not fall for the trap. Again, not fall off the cliff and into the trap of what your ego might have wanted in the time. Yeah, the ego might have been operating under that fear of, well, you know what I mean? Just kind of like, this is the opportunity, you might as well take it. But I think by you not taking that opportunity to put yourself in a chaotic situation, or by choosing peace over this somewhat kind of feels unhealthy dysfunction, allowed fate to step in and let fate have it. I honestly feel like, and I know that this might not be what you want to hear, but I honestly feel like accepting the fate of this situation is actually allowing someone new to come forward that isn't this divine flame, that actually will offer you reciprocity in a balanced way. The friends with benefits thing, not very balanced. It could be cool, Scorp Sag, and I think that's, again, it's like the ego's like, yeah, but like, you know, not that big of a deal, but kind of it is. You know what I mean? For what I feel like Scorp Sag really, really wants out of it. It's almost like that would have been the trap. Well, maybe it can grow into, you know, something. No, we don't want to do the maybes. We want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying? It's intentional and purposeful. Friends with benefits, not necessarily intentional, all that purposeful. It's kind of egoic, right? I want you in that way, but not in all the other ways. that kind of, it doesn't necessarily foster peace or nurture peace, okay? And I feel like that's what you tapped into. Now, ooh, Scorp Sag. Yes, come on. Hope, like I said, star card. This is the surrender to fate right here. This is the surrender to fate. All right. That's what I mean. It was like, you know what? Let me tap back into myself. Let me cleanse this ego of mine, right? Or again, that ego and battle of ego could have been this divine flame, and feeling, and maybe you sense that this person's kind of stuck between their ego and their higher self. When it comes to this love situation or this intense soul connection, I'm going to leave it up to fate. I'm not going to force them in one way or the other. That's the star card. Look, if the stars align and this is what manifests, great, wonderful, love it, accept it. What a beautiful thing. If the stars don't align and it doesn't manifest, wonderful, great, accept it. What a beautiful thing. Like, I kind of really do feel like this neutral energy for you, Scorp Sag, where it's like you've really either conquered your ego when it comes to this divine flame, and or because this person was battling their ego, you didn't step into the battle with them. You just kind of like, all right, I'm going to let you be grown about your business and choose what's best for you. And I'm going to do the same for me. Star card. Yeah. All right. Tell me more about reciprocity, the pursuit, divine flame, ego versus self, and fate. Yeah. That's you stepping into your Empress energy, regardless of your gender. Being like, you know what? I'm actually very attractive. I am worthy of reciprocity. I'm not going to chase it. Don't feel like I should have to force that. Also, not going to accept less than what I deserve. I'm all for queens here. Period. You feel me? Like, I'm not... yeah, maybe my lower nature might have been okay with the friends with benefits situation, because, I mean, we all grown. Not everything has to be, you know, I mean, y'all, you know. Anyway. If you can do no strings attached, then you can do no strings attached. That's fine. But I feel like, honestly, if you were to be truly honest with yourself, Scorp Sag, and I think you were, I don't think you can do no strings attached. Not with the Scorpio and the Sag energy. Two very highly passionate vibrations. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Okay? Now, you might be a Scorp Sag and might be like, hey, no, it totally works for me. Then that's beautiful for you, boo-boo. Okay? But I feel like the group that I'm really tapped into, I think it's the realization that the friends with benefits, no strings attached, we just going with the flow, doing whatever. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think that works. Or again, you've surrendered to that not necessarily being the case. Yeah, because you know what? That allows you to not have your heart invested in the situation. And honestly, I feel like the Scorp Sages I'm tapped into here, that doesn't feel good. To just kind of be only in the physical vibration with somebody and not be able to express all the passion and all the beauty that comes from your heart center. For that to not be received and given back, it's like, it's not peaceful. It'll really drive you into a space of chaos. It will. It will. So, yeah, there's that death energy. So you transformed. Yeah, you overcame the ego there. And didn't fall for the trap. You didn't fall for it. Which is good. Right? Because that'll actually give this divine flame space and room to grow if they so choose. But again, it's fate. If they don't choose to, that's okay too. I don't really think there's any love lost between you and this divine flame or how you look at this person. I just think you're finally stepping into the energy of only being open to what it is that you truly desire. Truthfully desire. Not from an ego. Because I do think there is a strong desire for this twin flame. Clearly, right? It's an intense soul connection. Of course you desire this person. But I feel like you're not allowing that desire for them to put you in a situation that would, again, not foster peace. You are choosing peace above all else. But doing so from a space where I don't think you're mad at this divine flame. Like, I don't think you're holding any sort of, like, anger or, I just don't even feel that. I just think it's, okay, that's not what I'm interested in. Love you, appreciate you, whatever, just not what I'm interested in. I'm not available for that. So I'm going to be open to something that, actually has the space to do that song and dance and be harmonious and offer the balance, which will ultimately foster peace. So let's see. Who is offering reciprocity, or what is this reciprocity all about for Scorpio-Sagittarius? The art of giving and receiving, the Six of Pentacles. You cannot get more synchronicitous than that. This is literally the card of reciprocation. Of reciprocity. The Six of Pentacles. Being able to give and to receive. The art of it. It is an art. It's an art form. To be gracious in giving and gracious in receiving. Because often we're conditioned to only operate out of one end of that spectrum. Either you're the constant giver or you're the person that's constantly receiving, never been required to give. Or you're always giving and you've never allowed yourself to receive. Okay, but the Six of Pentacles says, yeah. Somebody who's willing to offer what it is that you offer, the Empress right back out. So this could be a Libra or a Taurus, because Taurus energy here is the Six of Pentacles as well. Tell me more about this reciprocity. Not these cards coming out and coming back out, putting them back. And then returning star card. Exactly. Could be an Aquarius. Somebody who has strong air in their chart. The Star and the Empress. It's something, I think it is your willingness and or the refusal here. That's what I get off the Empress. Look, I'm not getting off my throne. I'm not chasing you. That's not going to happen. Especially with the Scorpio side of things here. Scorpios really don't chase. They really don't. That's not a vibe. Regardless of your gender. They just don't. They just don't. They're too magnetic. They're just too magnetic to have to chase. And not in an egoic way. Right? An unevolved Scorpio, yes. In a complete egoic way. Yeah. I'm not chasing that. Nah. You know what I mean? Everything comes to me. I don't have to get up and go do nothing. But I think in a highly evolved way, it's not from that space. It's just understanding the power and the intensity of the energy you carry with that Scorpio vibration. So it's like, I trust and believe that what is good for me will be attracted to me too. Like, it'll come. I'm going to be open to it though, right? There's a difference. It's like, how can I say that? Because in an unevolved sense, it would be that magnetism being used intentionally to draw people that you want to you, it's like that's not what I'm getting with the Star and the Empress and the Six of Pentacles. It's like I'm only lifting my head up from taking care of myself and tending to my business in the way that the Empress does. Because, mind you, the Empress might not get up off the throne to pursue anybody, but she definitely works. You know what I mean? Like she maintains all that she has. That takes work, that takes energy, that takes time, that takes focus. If anything, the Star card energy is more or less the Empress in her solitude or in privacy behind closed doors. She would be the Star in my mind, and that's how it's connecting now. In order to show up in the vibration of the Empress, she has to go by this well, by this lake, by this pond, out in nature. She takes off all the garb, all of the, I don't want to say the responsibilities, but it's just kind of like, this is almost like the Empress in a private moment. This is how they maintain themselves, maintain all that they have. It's almost like the work that's being done behind the scenes. And I know the Star card is more or less like an outward shining energy, but I get that this Star and the Empress is the same energy. This might be you here, Scorp-Sag. Again, this could be who's coming towards you and offering you reciprocity. But you do have the Six of Pentacles. That's what I feel. I'm only going to lift my head up. I'm only going to let someone into the more intimate side of me, intimate part of me, if they have enough to give and receive. If they're interested in that balance. If they can't offer that balance, they only want to take, I can't do it. Which is what that friends and benefits feels like. You know what I mean? Tell me about the energy between reciprocity and the pursuit. Whew. The Empress, the Star, and the High Priestess. Come on now. Come on now. You just, because that's your higher self. Ego versus the self. This is the higher self. Again, High Priestess. Not an energy of pursuit. It's an energy of being highly receptive. And giving. Like, again, the High Priestess will definitely give. The Empress will definitely give. But only what you're due. Nothing more, nothing less. Tell me more about the pursuit here. Who is in this pursuit? Death card again. Wow. So you could definitely be dealing with another Scorpio or somebody who has strong Scorpio in their chart. Who else? Who is doing this pursuing? Could be you. Ten of Swords. Yeah, that's what I feel like here, Scorp-Sag. You surrendered to fate. You surrendered to your higher self. Ten of Swords, Gemini energy. Gemini Sun energy, I believe. Yeah, so I think, Scorp-Sag, you used to be the pursuer. I think you used to be in pursuit of this divine flame. Again, when you awaken to having that type of intense soul connection, of course, you're going to be like, okay, well, let's make this work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that's where all your focus and your energy, and you're going to want it because you're going to desire it, right? It's a strong desire. But I really do feel like you've, I don't want to say killed that desire, again, with the Ten of Swords. I feel like it's, yeah, this was you surrendering the ego. I think you just surrendered to fate. Whatever part of you was telling you to act outside of your role here, and we all have a role energetically, right? Like, I feel like I almost get that in this divine flame situation. I think you put this person ahead of yourself. Again, very scorpionic, okay? Scorpio energies tend to be about the other, right? They tend to be self-sacrificial, especially when it comes to love. Right? They'll neglect themselves completely if it means making the people that they love happy. They'll be the last person on their list. Like, I don't need it. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'll push up off of everything and make sure everyone around me is cool and happy. That's what makes them happy. But I feel like you've transformed out of that, because I think being in that energy of not focused on your own balance, not focused on your own abundance, right? Like really losing track of yourself for the sake of love or the sake of other people has left you in the Ten of Swords, has left you feeling very betrayed because there was a lack of reciprocity in that. Other people that you were doing that self-sacrificing for weren't self-sacrificing for you. That doesn't feel good. And that's what I think the Friends of Benefits kind of reminds you of or gives, right? You want me to, it's like it's a lack of commitment. To be honest, it's a lack of commitment. And I don't think that that's what you're interested in. The part of you that would have taken those crumbs as a friend of benefits from this person, I think that has died here. That's completely gone, done. No. You're no, and the Ten of Swords is a no card. It's a no. No. So you're not doing the pursuing in this situation, nor do I think it's meant for you to. Okay? Especially with the High Priestess. Trust what you know internally. Trust what your higher self is guiding you to do. I think a lot of your higher selves are saying you're pursuing this person out of ego, or again, it's your ego that's trying to either push you to be okay with this Friends of Benefits when you're really not. You have more to give than just that, than just the intimacy or the sex or, you know what I mean? There's so much more to you, Scorp Sag, that there are people out here in the world that would love to explore, love to get to know. So it's kind of like just because it's a divine flame doesn't mean that you always surrender to it. Do you know what I mean? Because how else are you both supposed to grow if you guys just keep doing the same do-si-do, the same circle over and over again? Somebody has to say enough is enough, and I feel like that was you. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. Nah, I'm going to keep what I have, keep my jewels to myself. Yeah, it is a blocked heart chakra, and again, like I said, maybe some of you are working on opening your heart chakra. I feel like it's almost like closed down for maintenance is what I just heard. I'm closed down for maintenance. You're maintaining your heart chakra. Here's the star card to prove that, right? I got to clear out this emotional energy. I got to pour back into myself, pour out what no longer serves me, pour out what's really kind of toxic for me, pour out what doesn't lead me to peace and acceptance, pour out what blocks me from my higher self. And only really give from that well that I'm replenishing, right? Not from an empty cup. And I feel like, again, I think there's just this huge part of your ego that you're surrendering here to the divine. For some of y'all, yeah, Wheel of Fortune. That you're surrendering. And that's fate. The Wheel of Fortune is absolute fate. It might not be clear where you're going. It might not be clear what's coming up. It might not be clear why all of this is happening. But choose peace above all else. Surrender to what actually brings you peace. The thoughts that bring you peace. The feelings and the energies that bring you peace. And release your attachment or connection to everything else that doesn't. And what's meant to be, what's sifted through all of that will come to you. Empress energy, right? I feel like, honestly, Scorp Sag, you were carrying this divine flame energy, meaning the relationship. You were putting a lot of effort, a lot of energy into trying to make the connection work. And I think this person was kind of sitting back and letting that happen, to be honest. Because that would be them versus their ego, right? Their higher self might have been like, hey, why don't you jump in and help? Here, why don't you take some of those wands off? Like, why don't you engage? And I think their ego maybe had them be in the Empress energy and or draw back. You feel me? That's what that kind of feels like. Tell me more about divine flame ego versus self and fate. King of Pentacles. Like I said, some of you guys, this was a Taurus. Tell me more about fate. Yeah. King of Pentacles can have a little bit of ego. They definitely can. Knight of Cups, they can definitely be a little stubborn, little high and mighty sometimes, and that's okay. That's okay. But the Knight of Cups, yeah, fate. Fate will bring you the love that you deserve, flat out. think you were the only one, and I know, Scorp Sag, I could feel this being a bit hard to hear. Some of you already know this, so me saying this isn't going to hurt, but some of you guys might be a little fresh in this. But I really do feel like you were the only one that was willing to work at this. When the Wheel of Fortune turned and opened up that portal for you and this divine flame to figure things out or connect, I think you were the only one that was really putting energy and effort into it, and that became too big of a burden. Because it's an intense connection. For one person to carry it is a lot. It takes two people. Reciprocity. Right? It takes two people willing to do the song and dance. I don't feel like this person was willing to do it because they were battling their ego. King of Pentacles. Kind of feel like they were valuing... Either their values were a little warped, okay, or your values weren't matching, or they just didn't value the effort that you were actually putting into trying to make this work. And again, the King of Pentacles has their eyes closed and kind of their nose in the air a little bit. I think that it's honest. I get that the King of Pentacles is sitting in their ego, or was sitting in their ego when you were putting in a lot of effort for this divine flame connection. Either refusing to acknowledge that that's what was actually happening, right? Or hearing the call, understanding what's going on, but ego being way too big for them to get over, for them to surrender. And the Knight of Cups with fate. It's like, it was almost, yeah, that's a bit difficult. It's a bit challenging. It's a bit difficult because I feel like there was love to give here. I just feel like someone didn't allow themselves to tap into it. You could have, again, this person could have been closed off to love, heart not open. But here's Scorp Sag, just like openly loving, putting in the work, like trying to connect. But realizing very quickly, or maybe it took a minute for you to realize that, oh, wait, I'm the only one doing the, you know what I mean? I'm the only one really open to this. Oh, that could have been the reality check in this situation. Because again, with the Ten of Wands, you can't really see what's in front of you. You're just putting all your energy and effort into carrying those 10 wands and getting them to where they have to go and where they need to be. Until you really look at all that you're carrying, like, whoa, that's a little too much. Maybe I was doing too much. And that's okay, Scorp Sag. Don't be embarrassed by that. Don't beat yourself up about it, okay? I think you were doing this out of a very genuine space. Because it is your divine flame. You see what I'm saying? Like, if this is somebody you do have an intense soul connection with. Don't think for a minute that just because this person was battling their ego or sitting in their ego about it, that what you felt wasn't real. Okay? It's just fate. Fate was here. Someone chose the fate of not maybe offering too little. I honestly feel like what they had to offer was the friends with benefits. And I just feel like you were at one point willing to do that. But I think, again, before you fell for the trap of that friends with benefits, higher self, high priestess stepped in and was like, whoa. Your Empress energy here. Hold on. That's not how this works. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to bring you peace. And you listened. You listened to your higher self. So good for you. Okay? Absolutely good for you. So what does Scorpio Sag need to know about the friends with benefits, if anything, divine? What is relevant about this friends with benefits energy? With the bottom of the deck. Yeah, right. It was the consideration of it, Two of Swords, that I feel like your higher self was like, whoa. hold on. We're not really considering shouldering all the work. You know what I mean? Because I think Scorp Sag, and maybe you're not, for some of you, I kind of feel a little resistance to what I'm about to say. So maybe you're not necessarily ready to look at it this way, and that's okay. Take your time. You'll heal. You'll grow. You're in that star energy. you'll get here, but I kind of feel like you would have even been, some of y'all, it's like, you know that it, how can I say this? It goes back to that self-sacrificing. I think you were willing to break your own heart for this person. Meaning, you know that they're being in their ego by offering you this Knight of Cups energy. Again, it's the Knight of Cups. Okay? It's fantasy. It feels good, but it's not sustainable all the time. The Knight of Cups is a little flighty, right? As soon as something else piques their interest, they're going to go. And I think that's why the Friends with Benefits was offered. That's what this offer was, the Knight of Cups. And I think part of you was like willing to accept those crumbs. It's crumbs. Sorry to say it. It's crumbs. And I think part of you was willing to accept that. And I think, again, your higher self stepped in just in time, right before you were about to accept that offer, to say, think about that. Is that really going to bring you peace, Scorp-Sag? Two of Swords, right? It is something I desire to be with this person. Like, it's not that I don't. But are they really offering me something that's reciprocal? Or are they offering me a situation that I'm going to be burdened by, or that I'm going to be required to give more of myself than I'm actually receiving of them? Or putting me in a situation that's unbalanced? Let me think about it. Two of Swords. It was really tempting. I really do feel like it was tempting. And again, I don't even think it's about the no strings part, right? I think it was really because it was your divine flame. It was this person you had an intense soul connection with, and you were willing to do whatever, low key, to see this connection through. But again, it's like licking love off a knife. Like, no. It was going to hurt. And yeah, it was going to hurt. And I think the higher self stepped in just in time to say, no, hold back. Don't accept that offer. As tempting as it is, as fantastical and all that, whatever, don't accept that offer. No. Death card. We gotta transform the part of you that was even willing to do that, because again, 2 10s here, 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Very stressful energies, very painful energies. It would have taken you down a road that, again, I think you already evolved from. So hitting that point again would have been like, what the fuck am I doing? Why are we doing this? Why did I even agree to this, knowing that that was going to be the outcome? I think, again, somebody didn't allow their desire for this person to overshadow what they knew to be right for themselves, what they knew to be healthy, what they knew to be of peace. All right. So I'm going to leave the reading there, Scorp-Sag. Again, thank you guys so much for your patience, and my apologies for not being on time with this reading. But again, it was fated to be a little later in the day today, okay? We are going to look into the extended reading for those of you that are members of my channel. That extended is already posted on your members tab. I will be live at that link shortly. Okay, we're going to look beyond this Two of Swords to just get a little bit more information as to what was driving the indecision. I think we tapped into it, but we're going to see what else is important for you to know with the bottom of the deck. I'm then going to pull a soul, I almost said a soul connection card. No, this is the, this is clearly a very intense soul connection. Okay, so we're going to look into the energy dynamics of this divine flame relationship. Learn a little bit more about where you guys are at this moment, okay? And then I am going to pull some love notes from a oracle deck that I created, all right? Just to kind of see where this King of Pentacles might be at, what they want you to know about this Knight of Cups offer, or where they're at in their own process. Check into the mind, check into the heart space of the situation, and then that will be that extended reading. So if you're interested in that content, again, you can join my channel. If not, though, Scorp-Sag, no problem, no worry, no harm, no foul. I appreciate you guys just tuning into this reading, and let me know if any of this connected with you, any of this felt like a part of your story, if any of this helped you or gave you some confirmations around the choices that you've already made or the right choice to make for yourself. Let me know that in the comments down below. I'd love to hear that from you all. Thank you again, Aurora. Thank you, Angela, for being here as well. Yeah, I can never do it. I tried and I always catch feelings. Exactly. That's knowing yourself. That's that high priestess energy. You know for a fact you're going to be shouldering all these emotions and these feelings, but you agreed to no strings attached. So it's kind of like you're just going to be stuck with it. So yeah, it doesn't work. And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. But thank you, Aurora and Angela, for showing the chat some love. Thank you again to everybody who tuned in here live. And I will see you all in the next one. All right. Namaste.